What if I told you that in just 1 week you could completely change your engagement on Bookstagram? All of the numbers you see on your posts, the comments, the saves, all of it can start shifting way faster than you think. Today, I'm breaking down the exact engagement strategy I personally use, the same one that keeps my account at over 25k and around at 6% engagement rate, which is actually above the typical bookish average. So let's get into it. Before we start, I want to let you know why engagement is more important than followers on Bookstagram. Brands and publishing houses look at your engagement rate first. 5k account with 8% engagement looks better than a 50k account with 1. And the book community is so supportive. People want to uplift other readers, which means engagement is not only strategic, it's also part of our culture. So a good engagement rate on Bookstagram is typically around 3 to 6%. So if you're anywhere in that zone, you're doing amazing. And if you want to push it higher, keep on watching. Okay, phase 1, the 30-minute engagement routine. Okay, let's talk about routines, but not the old school engage for 3 hours a day to grow style. This is about strengthening your connection to your community, not farming for numbers. Here's what I want you to do. Spend 30 minutes a day, 6 days this week, engaging intentionally. Why 6 days? Because you also need a break. And that matters too. Here's how those 30 minutes should look like. Reply to your comments, respond to DMs, visit the profile of people who comment on your posts and leave meaningful comments on their newest post. This is my personal rule. If someone comments on my reel, I go and comment on theirs. Okay, phase 2. Post something relatable or a little controversial. Instead of chasing trends or forcing a conversation, focus on something the book community naturally loves to engage with. Repurpose what already works. Look at your analytics and find a post that did well, not by accident, but because something about them clicked. Was it a joke, the rant, the honesty, the carousel format, the clean aesthetic? Take that winning element and repurpose it into a new format. Your best content is telling you exactly how to grow, so reuse it. For example, a lot of my reels, I repurpose them into carousels weeks later. Try to host a Q&A at least once a month. Q&As are one of the most underrated engagement boosters in the book community. Not just about answering questions, it's about creating moments where people feel seen by you. When you host a Q&A, your followers get to ask what they really are curious about. You get content ideas straight from your audience. Instagram pushes your Q&A bubble at the top of their stories. You build trust, which directly increases comments and DMs later. Okay, let's talk about DM automation. Probably noticed on most of my posts that I ask people to comment template. Use DM automation just when someone comments something specific. Don't auto-respond to all comments or DMs. You still want to manually reply to meaningful comments. I used ManyChat before I moved to StanStore. This is how to use DM automation strategically. Decide on a trigger word or phrase. Pick something like freebie, TBR, or templates like I do. Include a CTA in your post captions or stories. I add this to almost all of my posts. Make sure to limit the use. Only use automation for this specific purpose. Don't set up auto responses for every comment or DM. This gets me to the point on why it's important to have a freebie in your link in bio. A freebie is not giving away something huge, it's about creating a doorway into your world. For book creators, freebies can be like a reading tracker or a TBR template. As a freebie, I have a seamless Canva carousel and a Lightroom preset. When someone grabs your freebie, they enter their email address to get it, and that's how you build your email list. This means that when you release a new digital product or a new reel, you can email people. That's what a funnel actually is. It starts with a freebie, it builds trust, it grows your list, and eventually it leads to sales. Another thing that I always do to boost my engagement is to cross-post everywhere. All of my carousels I post on threads. For each new content I have, I go on Pinterest and I create 5 pins for that post. And here's why it matters for engagement. Pinterest posts last for months. It can take off 6 months from now and still send views to your content. This means that one pin can bring engagement, followers, and traffic long after you've forgotten you posted it. The most important thing, your captions. You need to use keywords and optimize your captions with CTAs. CTA is a call to action. And not just keep it simple, like follow me for more. That's boring. Nobody wants to respond to that. A good CTA tells people exactly what to do and makes it easy. CTAs like, tell me the last book that broke your heart, drop your current read below, comment TBR and I'll send you the tracker, what tropes are you obsessed with this month, agree or disagree, carousels that were photo dumps and it went viral just because the caption hit hard. Use keywords so that your content actually gets found. Instagram reads your caption to decide who to show your post to. Good rule of thumb and what I do is to describe exactly what I have in my post in the caption, and I try to repeat it as many times as I can. Another thing that I noticed that is going well with captions right now is to post mini guides or how-tos in the caption itself. And last thing to boost your engagement is to comment on your own post. This is one of the easiest hacks people never use. Could be like an extra tip, a question, a fun fact, or a mini story that didn't fit in the caption. First line in the caption should stop the scroll. Ask something that your audience can't resist to answer. Something like, what are you currently reading? What book are you starting next? What was the last book you couldn't put down? What book completely surprised you? What author are you obsessed with right now? One final note before I let you go is to not fall into follow for follow trains or not feel pressure to follow everyone back. I know it seems supportive, I know it feels like a community, but here's the truth. People who follow you just to get to follow back are not following you because they like your content, following you because they want something from you. And those accounts almost never engage. Alright, so this is everything I have for today's video. If you want more breakdowns on Bookstagram growth or caption hooks, let me know in the comments, and please subscribe so I can post more.